Okay, so we reached a point now in our class where we have to figure out how to take derivatives of more complicated functions. And it's always important to make sure that you size up your problems before you start them. So for this function h of x, which is x divided by the square root of the quantity x squared minus 4, it is really important to observe that there is a quotient rule here happening. And there's also an embedded chain rule because there's a square root of a quantity. Some people like to do this problem as a product rule with negative exponents, but I'm going to do it as a quotient rule because, in my opinion, that makes simplifying a lot easier. So when we find our derivative, h prime of x, we're going to first rewrite the function using our rational exponents. So h of x is x divided by x squared minus 4 to the 1/2 power. So now finding that derivative using our quotient rule, derivative at the top is just 1 times the second, x squared minus 4 to the 1/2 power, and there's a minus top function times the derivative of our denominator, 1/2 x squared minus 4 to the negative 1/2 using the power rule times the 2x, and that is all divided by x squared minus 4 to the 1/2 power quantity squared. So when we see this right here, we're going to have a couple places we can go simplifying. First up, with h prime of x, we are going to have a common factor that we can take out. And we can take out an x squared minus 4 to the negative 1/2 power. When you do that, it's going to leave an x squared minus 4 to the first power in the leading term. We also notice that our 2 and our half can cancel out. So that's going to leave us a minus x squared. And again, we already factored out the x squared minus 4 to the negative 1/2. So that actually cleans up and finishes our numerator. Down below, when we square that half power, we just multiply and just get an x squared minus 4 to the first power. All right, from there, you'll notice that we can actually cancel out these x squareds. And our derivative is going to be h prime of x has a numerator with just a negative 4. And down below, we've got an x squared minus 4 already there, times the square root of x squared minus 4 next to it. And that is the derivative of that function h.